Welcome guys, my name is Irvin Chauke. I'm a performance coach, I'm an author of a book called Success Psychological, and in this wonderful video I just want to share some of the principles that you can use and you should use for festive season. Because you see, there's something that I've realized, and I was talking to my friend, and I said this is what happens, or that's what normal people do when it comes to festive seasons. The festive season, they get bonus and then they get all those kind of funny amounts and everything, never mind about the funny amounts, and they take this money, they pay someone who they were owing, like maybe at the beginning of the year. So now January comes, what do? They get another money for January, so they get the money, lend some money, and then so they're able to pay them during December, and then they get money. You see, it was just a red race, a cycle of doing one thing over and over and over again. And I'm not presenting this field, but it's just some of the things that I just want to share with you, and then if it makes sense for you, just take them and try to apply it to your life. Doesn't matter whether you're working or you're not working. Because you see, in my book, chapter number 3, I talk about 4 kind of employees. And the first type of employees, these are the people that are always looking forward to weekend. So which means when they work every day, just can hold it just to get to weekend. And the second type of employees, they're the people who they work and they work looking forward to the day that they're going to get paid. And the fourth kind of employees, these are the people that work looking forward to receiving bonus. I mean, now supposedly it's November, so we should have got only 2 months to go for the 2015 to end. And so what the people do, they look forward to the bonus. Say, so if I can get bonus, I'll be able to do this and this and this. And that's not bad. Then the fourth kind of employees, this is the last one. These are the people that work looking forward, when am I going to retire? Let's see, if you look at it, to retire is to expire if you don't have something to do. And that's what people look forward to, and it's not bad anyway. So here's what is important for me. You see, this is what I've realized. I don't know whether it's a humanistic thing, but you see, people rarely separate emotions with money. And why am I saying this? Yes, the reason why I'm saying this. You know, I read the book by Bill Graham, The Intelligent Investor, and it talk about something that is very, very phenomenal. It said the intelligent investor, not someone that have got a high IQ. It's not someone who's brilliant, who get good grades in school. But the intelligent investor is someone who's able to disintegrate the emotions from his money. Let me ask you this question. What do people do when they have money and they're bored? Or what do you do when you have money and you're bored? It's simple, isn't it? Most people, what they do is that I have 500 in my pocket and I'm bored. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to spend it. So which means I get a fulfillment, or I release what neurologists call dopamine. It's a hormone that's released when you feel good, and that makes you to be happy. So which means you release that hormone when you get something externally. So which means, you know, if you look at it in a kind of way, it's an immature desire, or it's an immature way to live life. Because you see, you can't live the way you have been living while you're still young. What happens when you're still young? You cry for something, then your mom gives it to you. Or maybe you say that your mom gives you 2 rand or whatever amount that she gives you, or he gives you, maybe you receive the money from your father. Then you receive that money, what happens? Just go and spend it straight away. And that's one of the things that you've been taught when you're young. You're taught that you get money, you spend it. And that's something that happens. You see, now your emotions have been controlled in a way that when you receive something, or when you receive money, go and spend it. And I see, for me, when I look at it, it's a way which I think is immature when you do that. Because you see, there's too much more that you can do with your money than just spending it. And people don't think about that. The first thing that when you receive money, what they do is just to spend it. And that's not about what you're supposed to do. And that's what I suggest for you to do. You see, when festive is coming like this, what I suggest that you can do, you must be able to first sort out your money in terms of everything that's basic. So I'm going to receive, example, 500. So I'm just going to allocate money for food. I'm going to allocate money for drinks. I'm going to allocate money for maybe for petrol or for transport. And I'm going to allocate money for this. So what does that mean? Which means by carefully planning your money, which means that you straight away turn the focus of your mind to one thing else. Say, okay, this is the money that I'm going to spend. This is how I'm going to spend it immediately. So which means that your emotions have been turned around, like in the same time, to focus on something. And that doesn't mean that all of the things that you've said have to be accomplished in that way. Because it's something that you have to realize. A budget does not have to be a target. It's not something like, you know what, I just have to hit this, doesn't matter what happens. But you see, this is what you have to know. If you set out like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't put out like something and say, I'm going to have fun or basic entertainment, all those kind of stuff. But this is what is very much important. You should be able to control or to bring your emotions into a level where your emotions have to, I can say, you have to understand that these are the things that are important for this day. And which means there's some of the things that I can just put aside for the next time to come. And that's what is key. You see, it's inhuman, or it's something that we do as human beings, and it's immature to say that no, and this is what we do. I need a car and I need it now and I must get it now. And what happens? That's what we end up like in credit cards and all those kind of funny stuff, because our emotions, it's what my mentor told me, and he said, never make a decision in emotions, or there's no wisdom in emotion. That's how he put it very nice. There is no wisdom in emotions, and that's what you have to understand, and that's have to work also for you to understand that, especially all the emotion that I'm in. I don't have to make a far-reaching decision which is going to affect my life, because this is what I know. You see, a no or a yes today, it's just like that. Just say no and a yes today. But you see, a no or a yes tomorrow or in 3 years' time, it's just going to give us something different. And that's what we have to understand. We must be able to decide on what I'm going to focus on. What will my focus? My focus will be this, irrespective of what happens, I'm just going to focus on this. So no matter what happens, but this is what I've allocated for this. Because I'm telling you, if you don't plan your life, if you don't plan your money, that's why Warren Buffett say, if you cannot be able to control your emotions, you're going to be able to control your money. And that's very true. If you desire this and you buy it and desire this, I'm not saying that you should deny yourself this, but I say, this is what I do for myself. I say, you know what, for me to get this is what I'm going to do. So for me, I have to get something else, and then I can get something else. And that's what I do every day. And that maybe can work for you. So that's what I suggest. Thank you.